Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
Alrighty, so back live. So I get everything set up ready to get a drink. We have Y4 volts in the grass. Oh no. I don't know what to make of that. Bit of contact from Packer and Carmentless. That's. Oh, at least they're not in. At least they're not in the same party. They're in a party before. Just call them sweats. And, Packer went to go join a different party, so made a bit of contact there with Carmentless. So just glad that they're not in the same party anymore, because that could have been a very awkward party to be in. But it doesn't seem like much has changed other than this 3-car Audi battle, which I am absolutely loving because I love the look at Audi. Audi R8 is my dream car. Between Joran, Bruno, and Ben, this is actually going to get really interesting. Bruno. Actually, that was Ben. Ben up the inside. Gets it done. Bruno cuts the corner. Andrew's now there. Campbell and just lurking in the background of Israel now. Decides to split up this Audi fight. Campbell and Leon and back trying desperately to pick up the scratch my batteries for remotes. I'm actually my controller softly. Hopefully that doesn't die. Actually, I might just. Oh my camera doesn't die. Oh my. I'll make this work. I haven't been on PlayStation since Monday. I figured the battery would be okay. But it wasn't. Just realized it was plugged in, I guess. Alright. All good. So once again, we're seeing the split in the field, even though one guy that really shouldn't be in his bottom split is Carmentless. Trying to work his way through the field. He's on the back of Packer now, so hopefully the two sweats keep him clean. Packer said he was practicing with this game for like an hour and a half before this race, so I don't know why he's denying me calling him a sweat. I barely practice for anything. But he's on the back of Packer. Hopefully they leave a bit more space for each other and cut through that time for Carmentless. Now he's got Koch Esports to deal with. But if you look at the gap between Koch Esports, who is at the front of this train, he actually cuts that chicane. Carmentless takes a big leap over it as well. Hopefully that doesn't leave me vulnerable to keep your Packer again. If you look at, we'll see the gap come up again as we come through into the third sector. Look at the gap between Leon and Koch. I think it was about 14 seconds. We'll see it here. Yeah, 15 seconds. So that's how much time Carmentless has to make
up. Pit window is opening.
There we go, pit window open. So, 30 minutes to go. We've already 15-minute sprint race, and now the pit stop strategies begin, and Gary is going to be the first one into the pits right away. He's a Black Arrow as well, so they're going to kind of split this race up as you would, as Yarn actually pulls into the pits as well. Sort of like an F1 race, the shorter seem to begin with and then a longer one at the end. I don't think there's like variable tire compounds. I know you can't refuel, but I don't know about the sort of variable tire compounds. But Elementalists and everybody kind of moved. They all move up about 3 positions at best. Actually, they won't. No one moved up any positions unless they were behind Gary. I don't think that was many people. But Elemental's still behind Continuity Sports. So we've got 2 trains forming here. Andrea actually did get past Bruno. So, Andrea, he's definitely got the pace. It seemed like he had the pace last week when we tried to do this race. Obviously, no one can really show it. So, I believe Black Arrow and Yarn will go a lap down. We'll see Gary come out of the pits. He will go a lap down. So, number 20, so car 22, that is Yarn, 30-second stop-go penalty. I'm going to guess, I think it was speeding in the pit lane. So that is definitely taking him out of consideration for some decent points here in the actually in the low teens in that position area. So Bruno's in the pits. He pits from, I believe, 3rd place. As the Battle. Campbell, Leon, Gary getting out of the way for the Ferrari and the Porsche. Hopefully we can see a Porsche. Hopefully we can see a Ferrari beat Porsche running Formula 1 sometime soon. I think those rumors come out again. It seems like every year Porsche throws out a rumor that they're going to join F1 with the name. They said, nah, we got other issues. We got other issues to attend to. It doesn't seem like anybody else is going to pull into the pits for the time being. Just as I say so. Campbell pulls into the pits. And so does... I think that was Yarn. Yeah, that was definitely Yarn. Yep, coming in to pull, or to serve his drive-through. Carmentos is actually in the pits as well. There's Jose Canaveria into the pits. Does anybody else want to pull into the pits? Make my day. Please. No. So we'll be the last one. I'm gonna guess that they will go end up. If Gary was near the front of that sort of second train and went a lap down, I'm pretty certain that these guys are definitely going to go a lap down. And, B213, guys, B213. So now, 3 cars in the pits, 1 serving a 30-second stop-go, so that's definitely hurting Yarn's race. Definitely. It seems like the only battle... Actually, there's 2 battles going on right now. Sherbert and Packer. So this is for you, Sherbert. Let this moment sink in. You are battling the most underrated driver in D2. That is a big deal, and you should be very, very happy about this. Like, you should throw a party. Like, I'm talking big party. Screw the COVID regulations and sort of things like that. Just throw a massive party. Celebrate you battling the most underrated driver in D2. That is absolutely fantastic. But 3 of the top 4 pull into the pits of Andrea, Ben Gallagher, and Leon. Johan will stay out. Just another lap or so. Only 10 minutes remain, so it's going to be about, if I had to guess, 5 laps. Carmentos is definitely a lap down. Actually, not yet. But I do suspect he will be a lap down. If anything, I feel like Carmentos will close the gap once he pits. But by how much is the question? I think it was about 15 seconds last time. I checked. The front three pulling out of the pits now. There's Adrian, there's Ben, there's Leon. Leon has actually jumped Ben in the pits. Leon's name is behind him on the timing table. He's ahead of Ben. That's based on last time they crossed the timing line, which was the start finish line. I wonder if Ben had an issue. Maybe he stayed a bit longer to fix some damage. Find out either in the Discord or on Twitter. Or if he is so fortunate to win this race, we can ask him there. Oh, we got Joran's in the pits, the race leader, FEL Joran in the pits. And that won't give the lead to Conti Sports or QVR Packers. They pull into the pits as well. P. Sherbert will stay out, and he will take the race lead. And Sir Ibo is actually up to 5th place. With these pit stops, I don't really see his meaning much. Bruno coming through the penultimate corner. You may think these chicanes have 2 corners. Oh, no, Zolder's leader. It's 1 corner. So Eva pulls into the pits. Bruno through the final chicane. He's already taken his pit stop. You can see it there. Joran's on the move. This is going to be close. It's a very long pit exit because you don't really exit directly on the track. You swing wide on the runoff. And Joran is going to come out behind Bruno. So very good job from Bruno GSXR to get ahead of Joran. Might actually have been stay ahead. I can't really remember.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
Yeah. P. Sherbert, I don't think is ahead enough to keep that lead in 2 pits unless he takes a really quick pit stop, but I don't really see that coming into a big effect. But everyone's taking their pit stops except for Sherbert and except for Ibo. Actually, Ibo is in pits. Excuse me. So Ibo is actually in the pits now. And Sherbert stays out for another lap. Oh boy. The gap is still 15 seconds. I just saw it there. So the gap is still 15 seconds between Carmentelis and the guy ahead. So that is a huge margin. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And that's got to be just about a second a lap. He needs to do... Oh, Canterbury gets a drive-through for track limits. So the first track limits penalty, I would say in a very long time. I don't think I've seen a track limits penalty. Oh, I'd say since... Oh, he gets a hit from Gary. Oh, boy. So Gary and Canterbury are around, and I believe that's considered turn 8. Oh, and Canterbury's around again. Let's hope Gary didn't hit him there and pick up any more damage. Oh, this camera angle. Why'd I do that? So Gary may have helped Canterbury there in that spin. We'll leave that to the stewards. And we'll leave that to the very nice, very cheerful stewards. Very appreciative for what these stewards do, unlike some people call them names. Either way, Sherbert still hasn't picked, so he's definitely taking this long. He's got to pit on this lap or next lap. I don't think he can go another lap and make it. Oh, that's the 95. If I know that number, it's Carmentelis, and he is off the track at the triple chicane. That is 1 corner. I call it 3-1 corner. And now the gap is 23 seconds, so he lost about 8 seconds in that spin. There's one number I know, it's the 95, and that goes to Carmentelis. And to add salt to the wound, Canterbury picks up a drive. 30 seconds stop go, actually, sorry, for speeding in the pit lane. So, Add insult to injury or salt to the wound, whichever one you use. Yeah, so tough day for Cannavaria. He's definitely had the pace. I will say, he's definitely had the pace. But this doesn't seem to be his day. And, oh, Sherbert's around. So the race leader, and he has taken himself to the pits. I don't know. I know your controls are locked when you do that in the race. I don't know what that means. I don't think this will count as a mandatory stop. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens. Bruno, I believe, should take over the race lead. Will. I think it's not going to say that Sherbert completed that lap. Yeah, he's going to fall all the way down. So yeah, Sherbert's going to go a lap down here. And the 8 car of Packer's off. Oh, what has happened? Rejoins the track really close there to Kashi Sports with Black Arrow in that small battle for P10. Now it's going to be P9. Y4 Volt there in the background, looking to pick up the scraps of that battle. And Gary also lurking in the background as well. So the top 3 seems to have remained the same of Bruno, Andrea, and Yoram. So let's see if Ben has anything to say about this. He's definitely lost a few positions here and there. The thing is that he's going to want to close down that gap as much as he can to the rest of us. Right now, I should go ahead and find it. Link doesn't work anymore. The link I have saved on my bookmark on my browser doesn't seem to want to link to the website, so let's go ahead. That button to it. Oh boy. Well, maybe it's because it's changed. Alright. So Ben right now in P4, the CC4, that's 22 points. Carmentos in P7 will score 16 points. So do the math, which I'm not good at. That's only 6 points. So the gap will go from 40 to 32. So it's not as much as I think Ben Gallagher wants. And the top 16 score points. So that's just going to be about everybody. We have 15 guys, so only someone left.
Is closing now.
So pit window closed. And if I do remember correctly, Sherbert's will get a 30-second time limit at the race. I think that's how it's going to work. Maybe an exception. I don't know. Have to leave this Move this one up to the stewards. I really don't want to get involved in the business. But yeah, so it seems that this little three-car battle between Andrea, Yoren, and Ben is still continuing. Wouldn't surprise me if Ben gets past Yoren here. He seems to be quicker. He's got to have to get a really good exit out of one of these corners. Peeks to the inside, pulls back to take the racing line into turn one. This seems to be the only close battle. The only other one I can see is the 666 with Conchi Sports and the number 1 with Salgari. That's who we're missing. Chico, 33, with the 333. So remember, Koch is in the 666, and I just saw Chico is in the 333. So it's Tree Turdy Tree in the turn. Chicago Blackhawks hockey announcers always say. Yeah, it seems to be the only other battle between those two. 13 minutes to go, so still a long ways to go to the end of this race. It's going crazy on Twitter. I don't have that on sort of ringtone. Ben has fallen off the back of Yoran there, so that's definitely really better his chances of making any progress. At the moment, been a 4-second gap from Bruno to Andrea. That is huge. And we're not used to seeing this small of a gap at the front because Carmentless is just, I mean, he's absolutely, you know, usually about 50 seconds ahead of these guys. Obviously the unfortunate contact with Bruno. I will, as Volt is in the grass there getting out of the way of the race leading pack, if you, I was going to say leaders in air quote, but I think leading pack is just a better word. Ben's really close there to Mr. Yoran. As Conchi's going to the pits, I think that was to fix something up. Ben, oh, he's right on the back of Yoran. It wouldn't surprise me if he tries to do an over and under here. Into this hairpin. Oh, he's actually got, oh, I thought maybe his bumper. Drive through for Leon, so that's huge. And that is going to relegate, I'd say, about everybody up at least another position. Yoran taking a lot of curb there, trying to block Ben as best as he can. Ben doesn't seem to have the speed. Yoran chooses the middle, tells Ben, hey, you're going to tell me where you're going to go. Ben messed up the chicane, but so did Yoran. He ran wide. Ben pulls to the outside. Yoran makes him choose once again. This is a cat and mouse game, if you ask me. So Leon's in the pits. That will move Campbell up to P5. I don't think Carmentless is close enough for him to move up. Excuse me, for him to move up a position as well. But even if Carmentless moves up the position, Ben's going to have to move up to P3 if he wants to gap, or if he wants that gap to go up even more, or stay the same. Ben's still trying his best. This little battle that they're having, I mean, they're not really running side by side. They haven't run side by side yet. But it's letting Andrea pull away. And now Yoran is about 8 seconds, or about 4 seconds clear of Andrea. Those two right there are 8 seconds behind Bruno. Looking at the Discord now, it sounds like Koch said that he got a puncture, so that's interesting. Very interesting that he got a puncture. I had a slow puncture the the one race I did on PC, the one race that I was actually able to attend back in Zandvoort. I did have a slow puncture, from what the guys in the Discord were telling me. But, I'm wondering if it was like a full-blown puncture, like old tires, or if it was like a slow leaking puncture like I had. But, you know, for how dumbed down they made this game on console, I'm really surprised they even modeled that in. But yeah, Ben still on the back of Joran. Joran driving really good here. I mean, for as quick as Ben is, if he's not winning, he's at least up there. Oh, he gave him a little flash. I did see that. He gave him a little flash. But Ben tries to go up the inside. He forces his way. That pushes Joran off. We might need to call in the stewards on that one. Wouldn't surprise me if we see that in the steward report in the coming days. But Joran holds onto the position. I think Ben knows that it was a bit too ambitious. And he decided to let Joran keep the position. I do want to mention, it was 4 seconds between everyone. Between Bruno and Andrea. Andrea's Joran and Ben. Now the gap is down to 3.2 from Andrea to Bruno. We'll see what it is here, 3.0. So Andrea is catching. So this could be a final minute battle between those two. But even at the front, I mean, even for third, even for this last podium spot, this battle is going to go all the way to the end. This is great. Ben is still flashing him. Oh, you gotta love it. I think Ben is quicker here. Flashing still points to the inside. Oh, he just can't get past here. I think if Ben would have gotten past Joran, like maybe 3 laps ago, he probably could have caught it to Andrew, but Andrew's gone. Andrew is absolutely gone. I think the only thing that would probably mess anything up now is a drive-through from one of these. I don't know what they consider track limits. I do know that the game is pretty lenient when it comes to track limits. It's more lenient than F1, but Ben tries to go around the outside into the hairpin. Can't get it done. There was a bit of contact. If you want to call that contact, I don't know how the model is on this game, but Ben gets on the grass, hits Joran up the rear, and now side by side out of the chicane and down the front straight. Can Ben get the move down the outside into turn 1? Joran's trying to keep his nose in there, but Ben takes the position away from Joran. And Joran gives him a little bump, and that messes both of them up, and Ben's off. So Ben is off at turn 2 after a little bump from Joran. I wonder if that's just a little bit of a retaliation there. Joran's flashing. He's not happy with the move. I can understand why Joran's not happy with that move, but Ben did get in the grass. So it's just a small mistake from Ben, but yeah, I can really understand why Joran would be upset with that. Sugar had a little spin there. A few laps down, so that doesn't really hinder these two as long as he stays out of the way, and he does. So, perfect. Awesome for the flag winners. But look at this battle. It has brought Monsieur Kvyat-Campbell into the mix. So let's see what the OG QBR driver in this series can do. Not so much the pack. He's just driving by himself at this point. What a sweat. What a sweat. So Andrew's actually closed up the gap another second from the last time I checked. It was 3.0 last time I remember. And now it's down to 2.1. So this is definitely going to go down to like 4 minutes and 40 seconds. If Andrea can't get the move done, at least it's going to be at, I'm going to say it's going to be under a second. We're going to have an under a second finish here. It's the first time I'm getting excited about this. They're coming up to lap Packer. I don't know how he feels about that. And probably for the first time in Packers' career, Packers leader's career, he's probably getting blue flags. So he's going to have to move out of the way at some point. Not surprised me if he doesn't have pressure, because these guys, they are trucking along. We'll come back to Joran and Ben. Joran's kind of falling off the back of Ben Gallagher. It's not as close as it was when Ben was behind Joran. So that just shows you the pace that Ben has and the pace that he was held back from. Being stuck behind Joran. Campbell is kind of falling off when he's making a mistake somewhere. Let's see if Andrea can get any more pace out of this. It seems closer, and it's just a small amount, about a tenth there, possibly not even. So now Bruno, he's got to deal with Packer, and Packer does let him through. So Bruno has now overtaken the most underrated driver in B2. And now he's going to deal with Excel Gary. Alright. Let's hope Andrea can get past Packer here without issue, and he does. So the Bentley on Bentley move. Now Gary here. So Gary does get out of the way for Bruno. Wouldn't surprise me if Gary pulls out of the way here just after the hairpin. Oh, come on, camera. He's not there. There's no one there. Oh, my God. And Gary did move out of the way. Yay, we missed it. Oh, this game is such a pain. I love it. It's fun to do. So we'll see. Oh, it's definitely closer. I can already tell. Yeah, that's 8 tenths. So Andrew's made up 8 tenths. I can't really tell if that's just pace or Bruno did get held up there from either Gary or Packer. But that is really close. A minute 42 to go, so we'll definitely have one more lap after this. We'll definitely run to lap 30. So you're a bit squirmy coming out of that first chicane. That was a lot of curb. I don't know. I don't know how instant those like drive-throughs or those 30-second penalties are. I don't know if it comes up instantly like it does in F1, or they treat it like an actual steward where they kind of have to, you know, look at it for an hour before they say anything. We'll see if Andrew, he's got one more lap, 35 seconds. Well, actually, he's got one more lap.
Okay,
The final lap
on the final lap now.
here in
Give it all you
Zolder,
can.
this race has taken over a week to complete, and I'm glad that we actually have gotten to the end of this race for once. Bruno is your leader, way different than what we saw, and there's actually some trouble. It's Carmentalist and Leon. Those might have been the two that came off. So Carmentalist does get past Leon, so Leon did let him through, so I'm wondering if Leon made some contact and he was at fault there letting Carmentalist through, but Carmentalist is now in P6. We'll jump up to the front now to see what can actually happen. And even so, there's a little battle here between Packer and Gary that's going to go on towards the end, so we'll definitely take a look at that once the leaders have finished. Andrew's trying to find any sort of pace he can, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. And yeah, he's lost time there. 2.3 now. Oh, and Gary's off. That's the one car up at the triple chicanes. There was some contact between Packer and Excel Gary. But now through the final chicane. Turns 10 officially. But in my mind, it's 2 corners. And for the first time this season, we have a different winner. It's going to be Bruno picking up the win in Zolder. And an absolutely fantastic race. Andrea comes home in P2, and Joran is going to come home in P3 with Ben Gallagher actually coming home in P4. So there was another position change between those two. The thing is, remember, Bruno was the one that made contact with Carmentalist early in the race. So we may have a change in finish order. Actually, oh my, that is... Like, unless that's happened because of this, but that is 130 seconds. That's over 2 minutes. That is over 2 minutes. The penalties for P. Sherwood not taking his mandatory pit stop. So Ben Gallagher comes home in P4. Campbell comes home in P5. Carmentalist coming to the final chicane now. He will finish in P6. Leon will come home and finish in P7. Black Arrow by himself coming through the final hairpin in P8. Packer and Gary have already finished in P9 and P10 respectively. Excuse me. Ibo and Koch Esports 11th and 12th. And Sherbert, Volt, and Tom Dick Canaveria from 13th to 15th. And actually Koch Esports gets around Ibo there, and they do switch positions, so I think I should probably wait. But yeah, the fans in the grandstands blowing their smoke things. Smoke grenades, I think is what that is. But a new winner that isn't Carmentalist or Ben Gallagher. It is Bruno GSXR, and Ibo was doing some donuts there, but because we were on Black Arrow, it's going to follow him. We did catch your donuts, Ibo. Just... We did catch just a slight bit of them. Discord's gonna go wild here, is what I feel like. So might put that on mute. But we've gone through the order once again. It is Bruno taking the win. I'm gonna say at the moment, because I want to say that there's going to be a small position change with that, and some contact with Carmentalist there. So Joran rounds out the podium in P3, Ben Gallagher in P4, Campbell in P5, Carmentalist P6, Leon P7, Black Arrow in P8, Packer P9 on debut, and Gary P10. And then Koch Esports, Ibo, Sherbert, Volt, Tunze Canaveria, and Yarn from 11th through 16th. And the 2 guys that didn't finish this race was Chica. I do believe he was in the triple 3, and the 27 is Chris Rock. So I am getting better at the numbers. It's just looking at the map and then finding the numbers in the timing table to move over. That is what I'm having trouble with. But either way, because this race got going an hour later than I actually anticipated, because of daylight savings time, which is a joke of itself. But it does help a little bit with sunsets, especially for me as I'm in like the most eastern part of the central time zone. So sunsets are usually pretty early in the winter. So it does help there. But yeah. So we will be having the next race at Silverstone next Friday. As I'm going to just run through my usual spiel here as I have to get going pretty soon. So next race is going to be at Silverstone. I think it's going to be around the same time. I'm hoping, I think the UK and Europe, I think they have daylight savings times this weekend. So I think hopefully everything will be back to normal. 1 p.m. Central US time if you live in that time zone. It should be, I think, 7 p.m. GMT. F2 starts back up on Monday. Actually, no, I'm getting way ahead of myself. started about 25 minutes ago, and that was, actually no, a while ago I should say. Actually no, yeah, 25 minutes ago was actually the PC side of things for F1 here in League of Europe, with King Kodiak and Benjamin taking you through the comms on that side of things. So go over there right now, show them some love. And then Saturday is all 5 of the PS4 divisions, starting at 1840 GMT. And then on Sunday is ACC PC. Still looking for a commentator. Please, 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 if you're interested, hit us up. Now, then we can get to F2. F2 starts up Monday. It's a new championship. It's Season 5. We have 2 divisions. There should be, I'm going to guess, only 2 spots in each division left. So if you're interested in racing, League of Europe on Twitter might have the sign-up sheet. If not, XL Zudima on Twitter will have it as well. And then Dirt Club Rally, you saw the little video there. Excellent music choice. Excellent music choice. I love that song. If you're interested, once again, League of Europe on Twitter should have the sign-up info on that. And then we will be back here on Friday for round number 9, the penultimate round in Season 1 for ACC on PS4. And as always, I have been Alt Maverick. Thank you for tuning in tonight to this very exciting race, I will have to say, even though it's not something I think everyone expected to put their money on. If you were betting on this, I hope not. I mean, if you're legal, then okay, or if you're legal age, then fine, whatever. But if you're not, then what are you doing? I hope it wasn't for a lot of money. But I don't think it was a race anybody expected, but it's the race that we got, and I'm glad something different happened, even though the championship leader may have gotten a bit of contact. But server reset, practice begins once again for these guys if they want it. I don't know why they would, but I've been Alt Maverick, and I will see you guys next Friday for round 9 at the Silverstone Circuit in the UK. And as always, take care, everyone, and have a great weekend.